Hello, and welcome to a short presentation about the NextLabs Microsoft Exchange Enforcer product. The NextLabs Exchange Enforcer is a server-based entitlement manager. It is deployed as an agent in the transport service of the Exchange server and is designed to control the delivery of email messages. For this demonstration, we have a set of business requirements that we want to meet using NextLabs ABAC, or Attribute-Based Access Control policies. These requirements are based on different user, data, and location attributes. For example, managers are authorized access to all the messages. Other employees are only authorized to receive messages for projects they are assigned to and components they work on. The first demonstration, we will show how messages with classified attachments are only delivered to authorized recipients. In the second, we will show how classified messages without an attachment are also restricted. While we are demonstrating these functions separately, they are designed to work together to provide a comprehensive solution. This slide shows the various subject and resource attributes that will be used for the demonstration, along with a list of objects that will be used. It includes a table showing what attributes each user has, how the locations are defined, which projects are production versus development, and finally the files that will be used along with the attributes of each. In the first demonstration, we're going to show how the delivery of email can be restricted based on the attributes of an attachment. When you look at these policies, you see a top-level deny policy, which is going to deny delivery of message with controlled attachment. It then has two sub-policies that provide exceptions to this policy, one to allow delivery to the managers and the other to allow delivery to assigned project team members. Now, after checking the assigned project team members, the policy checks to see if the attachment not only has a project attribute, but a component attribute. If it does, it again denies delivery of the message and checks to see if the recipient is an engineer authorized to work on those different components. To begin the demo, we're going to log in as Anne from the office, and she's going to send a message to Bob, Chris, and CC herself with the Jupyter attachment. So we attach the Jupyter file and we hit send. And we can see Anne got a copy of the message, Bob got a copy of the message, and Chris got a copy of the message as well. We're now going to go back to Anne, and she's going to send another email to Bob and Chris. This time it's going to be a next-gen attachment. If you remember, Bob is assigned to work on next-gen, but Chris is not. And so when we click send, we see that Anne gets a notification that Chris did not get this message. If we go down to Bob, we can see that Bob did get the message and that Chris is no longer on the to line, so he's not part of this message traffic anymore. So we're going to go back to Anne, and we've now shown how we can restrict the delivery of the message based on the project. We're now going to add component to that as well. And so we're going to send another message to Bob and Chris, and this time we're going to use Jupyter Spoke. And if you remember, Bob and Chris are both assigned to the Jupyter project. Chris is authorized to work on spokes, but Bob is not. And so we attach the Jupyter Spoke file and click send. We see Anne is notified that Bob did not get that message, but Chris did. So for the next demonstration, we're going to be adding a policy to classify the messages. That message classification will be then used to determine if the recipient is authorized to receive the message. So to begin, we're going to log back in from the office as Anne, and she's going to send an email to Bob and Chris. And it's simply going to be an epsilon message. And if you remember from attribute slide, Bob is assigned to Epsilon, but Chris is not. And so we're just going to classify this message as Epsilon and hit send. And we see that Chris did not receive that message, but Bob did. And Chris is not on the to line. This concludes this presentation of the NextLabs Enforcer for Microsoft Exchange. Please go to www.nextlabs.com for more information about this and other wonderful products from NextLabs.